Welcome to Duke's United show, and it's the preview for the big one, the game that matters, the game that we need to get that 1 point to get ourselves in that Champions League spot. Garf, how are you feeling today?
Good, man. Good. You know what? More confident than I thought I'd be about this game, to be quite honest with you. I feel like we're going to get the job done tonight. I really do. I don't think we're going to the final game of the season. So
yeah. You know what? If it was last year, I probably would have felt like, oh, you know what? Probably not going to do anything. Even though Chelsea, we know how bad they've been. They're really bad side. And I think we should be able to do them, man. If we can't do them, there's something wrong with us. So I've got to say, look, we've got good enough players. We've got a better system, better way of playing. They don't have a way of playing yet. And they're still struggling this year. So we're at Old Trafford. It's all in our favour to go and win this game and just set it up for a nice little chill in the last game of the season, isn't it?
Yeah, you know. Like it used to be. We used to get to see some of the youngsters come out. You know what I mean? Just have a little run about it. Like I don't know what. Did Man City play a weak team last night? I didn't see. Or did they play?
The City game, was it? Wasn't it the City game they played last? Yeah.
No, like Man City last night they played, didn't they? I just against.
Did they play last night?
I'm sure they did, didn't they? Have I got that wrong? Oh, right, fair enough.
Wasn't their last game Chelsea? No.
They drew 1-1 last night, didn't they?
Did they?
I don't know, honestly. Now, I got my information from Twitter, mate. Now I'm completely questioning myself.
We double check if they played yesterday. Oh, yeah, they drew Brighton on yesterday. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. They drew Brighton. Yeah,
they got the draw. Who did they play? Let's see who their starting lineup was. Rico Lewis played. Rodri at the back.
There we go.
Bruyne, Gundogan, Bernardo. It's a proper strong team, though. It's only Rico Lewis that played. Yeah, so, hats off to Brighton, though. Again, drawing with a City side that's strong. Haaland played. He didn't get a goal. Foden that got his goal. So, yeah.
Team of the season. What Potter and De Zerbi have done there, amazing. I don't think anyone can give Brighton enough credit for what they've done this year. You know, I did hear someone say something like, how comes Man United aren't signing these players? It's like, listen, was it you said actually, Nate? Like every scout knows all these players, but Brighton are taking the gamble on these players. They're the ones who are like, like Mitoma. I mean, every club in the Premier League has seen Mitoma. He's on their systems, but there'll be something that doesn't match up with what they want, so they're not taking a gamble on him. You know what I mean? So, but amazing job from Brighton. Amazing.
Yeah, look, it's the way it is, isn't it? Them teams, they can afford to get players in and hope that they do well. United, teams like that, we used to be able to do it because we had our starting 11 and team already on fire, and then you could bring in a player and see if he can make it. Now it's like whoever we bring in has to make it. So it's total difference. You know, it's different settings now. So look, man, it's just good that we're in a good place. It looks like it's favouring us still. We got 2 home games. It looks like we're ready. We're ready to make this happen. So let's take a quick look at obviously Chelsea, where they are in the league table. Let's take a look at both teams.
There's some laugh at Chelsea.
Yeah, they are poor. They are very poor. And they're fourth. We're fourth. They're 11th. There's plenty points behind us. They're 9 games, 9 wins behind us as well. That is very, very poor from them. Talk to me, Garth. What are you saying, Chelsea? What are they doing down in 11th? What are they doing?
Mate, I just realised they're 42 points off top. Yeah. Chelsea are 42 points off first. That is madness. Yeah. Listen, I'm not a coach, I'm not a manager, but I can only say in an intangible way, like when you play something like Football Manager or like FIFA Manager, if you buy 300 players, it never works. It just doesn't work because there's too many different styles. They don't come together, etc., like blah, blah, blah. So it's got to be something to do with that. Frank Lampard, I think, has proven himself to be quite possibly one of the worst managers around, especially at this level.
100%.
It's just a bad season for him. I can't imagine. Let me ask you this: do you imagine him coming back next year?
I can't see him coming back with the way he plays. Someone, what? Who?
No, I mean Chelsea. Sorry, I mean Chelsea, not Lampard. Obviously, no. I mean Chelsea. Do you see the team challenging for top 4 again next year, like straight away with a new gaffer?
It depends who they bring in, but I think they got more of a challenge to sort out that squad. The squad's a mess now. So for them to, I don't know what they're going to do. That's what I'm trying to figure out. How are they going to deal with the players they've got, get rid of players? I don't see how they're going to be able to do it. So that's the hard part. And the players they've got.
Cut price yard sale, mate. That's all they can do, really, isn't it? You know what I mean?
So it's going to be poor. It's going to be. I don't think they've got enough. To be fair, they do have good players, but it's like, how do you? They don't have a blend. You know, like when you get a FIFA team and you don't have chemistry. Yeah. That's them. They won't know what they're doing. They won't do the right things. And I think that's them. And it's going to take a couple of years before they get back to really challenging again. They're definitely not got good enough side. I don't like most of their players, to be fair, especially all the players they brought in. For the amount they brought in, I would have spent less than half on every single one of them. So that tells you something. Ridiculous.
You know, when Man United fans are saying you spent too much money on these players, you know you've done bad. You know you've got it.
Oh my gosh!
You're talking to a team that spent 80 mil on Harry Maguire. So like
exactly, and again, saying that, I'm quite. What's the word? I can't believe we're even rumored to be doing a similar, to be even coming close to doing a similar thing again. This man you see up at the top of our screen up there, his name is Mason Mount, and they're saying that we could get him. We're interested in him for 60 or 80 million. That's ridiculous.
60 million.
Absolutely ridiculous. I wouldn't, you know what? I had to think about it, and I said, you know what? If he came in and he's behind Bruno, he comes in when Bruno doesn't play, no problem if we get him for like 20 mil, 25 mil. But any more than that, no chance. He's not a first choice player. Why would we spend that amount of money on Mason Mount?
Oh, do you really not think I see him coming in and slotting straight into, like, right now with our team, he replaces Ericsson straight away for me, I think. Is
he the deeper line one? Isn't he the one that's in the hole?
Yeah, I think I'm a fan of Mason Mount. Nath, I don't want to see us spend 60 mil on him, especially when we know the predicament Chelsea are in. But I think a 35, 40 mil signing of Mason Mount, I think that's a gamble you take. I really do, man. But I know what you're saying. He isn't a finished article at all. He isn't much more than a top 4 squad player. I do think he's first team, but just, mate, if that makes sense. You know, there are much better players I'd rather go and get as well. But 60 mil? No, mate, no way. No way. Like, you could spend 60 mil in such better places.
That's what I'm saying. We've got so much more places to deal with.
Yeah.
And remember we were talking about, you know, he's definitely one I wouldn't like to see coming for that kind of money. Obviously,
100%.
Look, we're talking about the other guy. I know we've had a little bit of a
you're setting me up here, ain't you? You're setting me up here, ain't you?
No, we're talking about back and forth on the Neymar situation. And Ten Hag in the interview in his press conference, it sounds like he didn't want to confirm nor deny. And when people want to do that,
that's a confirmation, mate.
It adds a bit of fuel, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's a confirmation, mate. You come out and say no if it's a no. If it's a yes, but you don't want to tell anyone, you come out with I can neither confirm nor deny I ate the ice cream out the freezer. Like, there was ice cream in the freezer, but Mum, I can neither confirm nor deny it was me that ate it. So
exactly. It's a mad one, isn't it? It's a mad one. But before we do that, Curler's come. Good afternoon. He says, good afternoon, gents. We have got to get the job done tonight. Fulham ain't an easy game to end with. So a win tonight seals the deal. Exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But back to Neymar. For me, like I've said, I wouldn't go for him myself. I would not go for him because I would look for a longer term plan. But at the same time, if we need a short term plan and we've got the money and this guy wants to bring him in, I wouldn't be upset if he came in, because even if he played 20 games, got 13 goals and 11 assists, that's better than all our other players other than Rashford. And I do believe he's obviously a better player. Even at 31, he's still better than who we have this season. And I do not want to see us struggling to get goals. And I don't think he'd be struggling if he was playing. Only problem is he's a bit injury prone. And that's about it. So you're going to have a Cavani situation where when he plays, he does okay. And when he doesn't play, obviously he doesn't play quite often. So, yeah, it's one of them ones. If he comes and Ten Hag wants him and he brings him in, I'm going to be happy. I don't care what anybody says. If he's playing him up front, Rashford, Kane up, him up front with Kane and Rashford, whatever, I'd be like, wow, that's it.
No. Yeah, as you know, I'm the complete opposite. I mean, first of all, let's get this a bit of an injury problem out of the way. It's a massive injury problem. The man hasn't managed more than half a season in 5 years. It's a massive injury problem. You're talking 500, obviously I'm doing this for people, you know, Mark, talking 500 to 600 minimum a week for a player who's at the end of his career, he's been going downhill for a while. You're saying he scored 13 goals and 11 assists in 20 games in the French league. Yeah, well, I saw Jadon Sancho score 60 assists, get 60 assists and 60 goals in the German league. And
it's how you score them, though. Neymar scores great goals. And he's always done it in high leagues as well. He's done it in Champions League, done it against United, done it in your international level for years. We know he can do it. So it's not a...
We know Jadon Sancho can do it.
Yeah, but the thing is, with that, you can't say he scored goals in the French league and he can't do it here. That's the whole point of it, isn't it? He's done it there. It doesn't mean he can do it here, but he's already done it at a higher level than there. So for me, Sancho hasn't. He's actually come from Premiership, didn't play, went over there, played, and he hasn't done it anywhere else. So we already know he's a proven person who can score goals and do well.
So you take that 1 point away. How can you possibly want, Nathan, a over 30-year-old?
I said I didn't want him.
But you keep doing this. No, I need to get this out in the open now with you. You keep doing this. I don't want him. But I tell you what, if he turns up, I ain't going to be disappointed. That means you want him, mate. That means you want him.
Listen, I'm telling you, I wouldn't go and sign him. If I was in control right now, I wouldn't have the money and go, I want to bring Neymar in.
But then on the next hand, you're saying, but it would be good. But it's not good. The wages, the injury.
But you know what? Did you want Casemiro in before we came? I didn't. I didn't even think about him. And then all of a sudden, he's here, and we're like, okay, let's see what he can do. And he's killed it. And he's 30. As well. He was 30. So we're all looking at him going, he's the end of his career.
It's not the age, Nathan. It's not the age. It's the injury record, mate. Casemiro has played over 50 games a season his entire career. Neymar, literally, I can't understand how no one's looking at this point about Neymar, has not played more than 20 league games in 4 years each season. It's ridiculous to even, I can't understand.
Well, if Eric Ten Hag gets him, what would you do?
Well, what can I do? It's Eric Ten Hag. I'd be very disappointed. I'd be so upset. But the difference between me and you is you're like, but I still like it. I'd be devastated.
No, I like him as a player, but he's not part of our long-term plan.
Such a backward step for this club, man.
Yeah.
You were just saying I wouldn't spend 60 mil on Mason Mount when I can spend it elsewhere. But now you're talking about having to spend 600 grand a week on Neymar.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Because he's not a player who's going to improve our squad. He's not going to improve our starting lineup, is he?
It's just
when he plays, is he going to improve our starting lineup?
Who? Mount? Yeah, I think Mount does. Yeah, he does.
So he's going to play ahead of Eriksen?
I believe so, yeah.
I don't think he plays in the 8. That's what number 1. And number 2, he's not playing ahead of Bruno. So that's another thing. So wait a minute, Curlers, he says Neymar. Jesus, Neymar, don't we learn at this club? Between his wage demands, we have that ego to deal with. Whole thing stinks of a no sale. Rabiot, another one I don't want to near United. I don't want Rabiot either. But if he comes in again, he's another player who's better than the players we've got. That if Casemiro's not playing, we're gonna need someone. So this is the only thing
I don't mind Rabiot.
Yeah, we're gonna need a player in central defence midfield who knows that position. So it's another one of them ones where I wouldn't myself go out and get him. But what's out there? I don't know. If he can find something better, I'm sure Eric Ten Hag would. And again, same thing with Neymar. If he's gonna find better than him, then I'm sure he would get him instead of going for Neymar. Why would he go for Neymar if there's other options out there?
I don't know yet. I don't know. This is what I mean. Obviously, I'm not a gaffer. If Ten Hag honestly wants Neymar and he sees this team working with Neymar in it, then I can't say anything because in Ten Hag I trust. If it happens, I'll have to hold my hands up and say, listen, this is what Ten Hag wants. I'm going to have to deal with it. But I would be very disappointed if Manchester United signed Neymar after
everything we went
with Ronaldo. Everything that went down.
I don't want that again. I don't want that at all. Ronaldo.
And I just can't. I can't get over the injury record, man. I really can't get over it. Like if that's how he's breaking down in the French league, he's going to last 10 games in England. He's going to last 10 games. Like I don't get it. I don't. This is what I know when we were having the chat in the group, it was all like, it's fantasy. You're acting like the chairman, Garf. I'm just talking about the player. And that's what I'm talking about. The player. It can't survive a season. Like this.
Yeah. But look, we got at the moment, we can't really, we're beggars with Weghorst and Martial fighting to stay fit. So if it was an option between Neymar, Martial and Weghorst, I'm telling you, I'm taking Neymar. I don't care what anybody says to me.
On that point, definitely. If it came down to a freeway choice between Weghorst, Anthony Martial, and Neymar Jr.,
even if he doesn't come on, Even if he doesn't play ever, I'd rather have him ahead of Weghorst.
So. I'll give you that. I will give you that.
My God. Let's take a quick look anyway at Chelsea's lineup.
We've gone off the rails here a little bit. Gone off the rails.
So Chelsea lost 1-0 against City at the Etihad, and they went with a 3-4-1-2 formation. And as you can see, the manager continues to change it up every single week. Doesn't know what his best starting lineup is. And another thing that puzzles me is how Conor Gallagher gets in the England squad all the time, and he's not really having a great season. I've not really seen him have a good season other than when he was at Crystal Palace, so I don't get that so much. But
what, Loftus-Cheek? Sorry, did you say?
No, Conor Gallagher.
No, I haven't seen. Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't seen enough to say, this guy should be in the English squad. Amazing and all that.
Yeah, he was excellent at Palace though. Like my
he did well. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he said that he was the best player all season for him. But yeah,
let's see what Curler says. One thing for sure, the sale ain't close because all of the names we are linked with are crap, stinking plaster targets at best. We should be raiding Leicester for some quality. Here's the question: who would you take from Leicester now that's quality enough to be able to come into United side and make us actually better?
Tielemans. I'd take Tielemans immediately.
Would he be similar to Eriksen? I'd take
Tielemans is more. He's a different type of player. He's back up for Casemiro, and he's more of a Fred style player, but a better version of that. I'd have Tielemans over. Mason Mount. I'd have Tielemans immediately over. Mason Mount.
I think the Maddison quality of him is better.
Yeah, Maddison. I don't think Maddison improves that team. I won't lie. I actually think James Maddison is a very overrated player. I like. He's good, but I don't think he's as good as. Yeah. Oh, that's a great shot. Oh, there's Curtis. Great shot.
To defensive midfielder, yeah. And I like Maddison more in attacking than Mount, but I don't know. When I watch him, I don't really know anything other than the attacking side where he's just like the main man for Leicester. But could he do that in a side where he's not the main man and he's just part of a team that's very good? It's like that kind of Grealish kind of feeling where he came from one situation, had to kind of adapt to not being the main man who does everything. Could Maddison come into United and not be the main man? Obviously, he wouldn't be playing anyway. He'll be behind Bruno, and then he'll come on after. So yeah, I guess they're the three most.
I think that's what stops Maddison. Is in any other year we could buy Maddison and say that he's a squad player, but there's too many teams looking at Maddison as a first team option. A Newcastle, for instance, Liverpool, like they're looking at him as a real first team option. But yeah, if we could get any of those three or all of those three. Then, and what's his colours between Maddison and Mount? That's what I'm not sure about.
That's
I
me.
Really don't know.
That's me all day, all day long. And he wouldn't cost anywhere near the 60 mil either.
That's the point. It don't cost the money. It comes down to. I agree with you there. If it comes down to them money, yes, all right. I would take Maddison over Mason Mount all day, definitely.
Yeah. I don't know what you. I don't know what. I don't like him much. I don't see much about his game that I go, you know what? Amazing. I love that about him. There's nothing that I look at in his game and go, unbelievable. I'd have to see him in training in the flesh because I know a lot of people have really taken to him and said he's really good, but I can't see it fully yet. And maybe if he came to United and then I saw firsthand every game or every minute, and then I might change my mind. But at the moment, I just can't see why there's so much hype about trying to bring him in. Makes no sense to me whatsoever. Look at their goal scorers.
Not that price. Not at that price, definitely.
Their goal scorers, have played all season and banged one more goal than Martial. So you can imagine. Raheem Sterling 9, Havertz 9, and Mason Mount 3.
Is that up to date, mate? Is that up to date? Is that real?
That's today's top scorers in Chelsea. That's how bad they
wow. That is bad, isn't it? Yeah.
37
really
games.
Bad,
Sterling. Here's the question. Here's the thing, though, If you ask me, would you rather have Sterling this season than Martial? I'd rather have Sterling,
Yeah, all day.
But look at his stats. Look at 37 games. And he's playing every week. He's fit. He's got 37 games, 9 goals. What's Martial? He's played 27 games,
isn't he? 8 or 9 goals. Yeah.
I think you got
to take into account, though, Nath, I think that it's a bit like comparing Rashford last season to this season. He's playing in a really disjointed team that isn't working on the field, etc., etc., etc. I'm not trying to make excuses. I know where you go. I'm just saying, I don't think I agree with you. I'd take Sterling in a heart. I think Sterling is a magnificent player. I really do. But I know what you're saying. Yeah. When Anthony Martial has scored more goals than you this season, and Martial's played about 140 minutes across the season, you're in trouble, mate. Like, you're in trouble. So.
Oh my gosh. Oh well. That's Chelsea anyway. Let's take a quick look at United before we end up going for 1 hour. Martinez is obviously still out. Van de Beek still out. Obviously, we saw McTominay return. Rashford is back in training, and they'll see how he reacts, and he should be ready for today. Our last game was against Bournemouth. We beat them 1-0 away. We had Sancho on the left, Martial up front, Anthony on the right, Bruno in the hole. They're obviously the same team Wan-Bissaka was playing. But for some reason, Anthony Martial and Sancho were not really at the races. They were all non-existent, really. So now with Rashford coming back in, still on 29, he's aiming for that 30th goal. Will he come back in? I think he should. I don't want to see him rest in this game and then play against Fulham. I'd rather see him start this game and come off, and then maybe even start the Fulham game and come off, rather than just not play and come off the bench. I think we need to get goals early and be ahead in this game if we're going to win. I don't think goals are in this game. I think maybe one goal or so, but one goal for each, maybe, or something like that. But I'm not going for a draw, by the way. So
no. I agree with you entirely. I think, listen, he said we'll check. That to me means I'm just waiting for the medical team to tell me that he can start a match, because there's no point saving him for Fulham game. So I come back to a point Curtis made earlier. I actually do believe. I think Fulham's going to be the harder game. Fulham are a team that their style plays against us very well. The way that they set up plays against us very well. The players they've got match us very well. So I do think that we need to win today. You start Rashford, and unless the medical team are like, no, he cannot play, you start Rashford.
He's trained in it, so he'll be fit. Yeah. He'll be fit, I'm sure. And he was ill. It was ill, wasn't he? He came out and then he was ill. Illness. So he definitely should be fine to play. But look, Garf, talk us through your starting lineup and what you're thinking about this side and how it's going to go. Off you go.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is what Ten Hag will pick, but I've gone with standard centre-back partnership we've got at the moment for Ryan Lindelof. Nothing's changing that. You know what I mean? Aaron Wan-Bissaka, he cemented himself, like I keep saying, week in, week out now as the right back for this team going forward. Luke Shaw, imperious at the back. David De Gea, we've got no one else. The midfield trio, Casemiro, Eriksen, Bruno. It's only when you get into the front three I've got something different for once. Rashford comes back, definitely. I was very, very upset with Martial's performance last week, so I put Weghorst back in there. I thought the 20 minutes Weghorst was on. He did so much more than whatever it was Martial was on the pitch for. I thought Martial was old Martial the other day. But I know you're a different opinion. But that's it. At the moment, our team, like, we ain't got that much to pick from, to be quite honest with you. So that's it, innit? I think if it's 0-0 at half time and it looks like Chelsea are doing well, I do think you take Eriksen off and bring a Fred on just to rat around in that midfield and break it up. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And move the ball forward quicker. But that pass from Eriksen for Casemiro, I mean, come on now. Did you start?
So you gone with 2-1. You gone with Weghorst getting his first goal.
His first goal, I believe, Nath.
First league goal. And Rashi getting a goal as well. Yeah?
I want to change that scoreline now. I want to change that. Seeing Chelsea scores, that's 2-0. I don't see Chelsea scoring. So, 1-0. It's a 1-goal win for us. A 1-0 or 2-0 at a push. But I see Weghorst finally in that Premier League goal. He owes us, man. He owes us. You know
I don't see him getting a goal, mate. It's going to be the only way he scores is if it's a rebound from a keeper saving it and he's there to tap it in. That's the only way he scores.
Bounces off his chin.
Yeah, his bottom or something. I can't see him scoring any other way. So I've gone with slightly the same side. Of course, we all slightly different at times. The Herring goal, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Lindelof, and Shaw. That middle three, as always, stays the same. Casemiro, Bruno, Eriksen. I think Rashford comes in for Sancho because Sancho's not really done a lot. Although he did, everyone was saying he played well on the weekend. He had a couple little bits and pieces, but he didn't really play well. Same with Martial. He didn't really play well, but at the time when he just started getting onto the ball and started trying to do a little bit of dribbles, that's when the manager took him off. So he was thinking, I'm probably just getting into my game now, and you're bloody taking me off. But look, he should have done more from the start of the game, and he wouldn't need to come on. Then you got Anthony on the right. As we know, he produces more when he's at Old Trafford as well. So I think he will be back in the game doing well today. And I've gone with Martial getting the 1 goal. I think he's going to be up front. He's going to start. And I think he'll probably get the 1 goal. It's going to be 1-0. And we'll just end up sneaking the win. So,
listen, I'm happy with the draw. I'm happy with the win as long as we don't lose. We just will get through this game. Book that Champions League football. Start looking forward to next season, man. And like we just got a quick mention on Sancho. I was just digging out Martial, but Sancho, this is the real difference between someone who puts their life on football stats and the eye test, because I watched Sancho in that game, and I don't care what Statman Dave says. I don't care what Opta say. I don't care. He was bad. He was very,
he didn't do anything.
Very bad.
He didn't do anything apart from that one pass, which led to Bruno having the shot, I think. And it was a good through ball for him. But apart from that, how do they say it's his best game? Like, where did that come from? I need to watch that video.
I don't know. It's all down to like dribbles and ball captures and ball taking the ball. But mate, the amount of times he lost the ball, the amount of times he went to take a man on, that geezer was just like stuck a leg out like a Sunday league defender and took it away from him. They really show, because I like stats, as you all know, I'm a stats man, but they really show the difference between thinking about a player through the stats orientated viewpoint and actually watching him play. Because mate, he was it don't make no sense, mate. So
I'm totally baffled there, to be fair. I didn't see him having a particularly bad game. I just saw him not really doing anything. And that was my thing. It's like, come on, Sancho, man, we need to really get you. You're getting in the positions, you're one-on-one with the player, and you just kind of stand there with the foot on the ball and kind of pretend to feint everywhere and then pass it. I'm like, what's that? What's that going to do for you? What's that going to really do for anybody? What happened to taking play down
as well? Him and Anthony both do this. They both do this. Anthony does it as well. They slow them attacks down, man. We have a break. See, and the Anthony one, I was just about to tell. He's through 1-on-1 and he's got pace. And he can't carry on because he has to go onto the left foot and give it back to them to be the main ones in control again. I'm like, how do you go from that position to not even getting a shot off? Like, not just that, like, I don't understand. Like, I am very right-footed, mate. Like, literally, my left leg is for standing. Like, but I can still swing it at a football from that range and punt a ball into the back of the net, for God's sake. Like, ridiculous. So poor. But they both do it. Sancho, as I keep saying, next season, I mean, it's make or break for him. I can't believe I'm saying that, man. Especially after I was bigging him up early on in the season. Like, there's nothing more. We can't. As a team moving forward, we can't give him any more time than next season. Yeah. And like someone said online, if someone came in tomorrow and offered 60 mil for him,
I'm taking it.
You think minimum? You're thinking about it. Absolute minimum. You're thinking about it, because
I'm not thinking about it. I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Taking it.
Like, there you go then. Yeah. So
you know
that's
why?
the problem with Sancho now.
I'm taking it because Amad Diallo, for me, has more about his game, and I think he could do better.
Garnacho,
Palestri's shown little bits that you think, oh, he could do well.
Yeah.
And Sancho has also earlier on in the season, right at the beginning, and that was it. And I haven't seen it since. And I'm even talking about that trio, the Martial, Rashford, Sancho trio, but I can't see that happening. I think he's probably better on the right. I've always thought he's better on the right anyway. I can't see him doing anything on the left. So for me, a lot of people say he's had his best time on the left, but I don't like him on the left.
He's not an inverted winger. He's not an inverted winger. He's an out-and-out standard winger. I personally think the best out of Rashford is Sancho, is you get Harry Kane in and you tell Sancho and Anthony, you're both right wingers, you've got different jobs.
Put them in. Yeah.
Sancho, when you're playing, I want you to pick up the ball, drop a shoulder, take a man, byline, cross it in, because Harry Kane gets his head on it.
That's what I would do. And 1-2s and getting on the other end of it and from the right. Not jinking from the left. 100%. Don't forget that. You're not coming in and taking shots. You're not even good enough.
He doesn't have that. If Anthony's got a 6, you know, if Sancho's on a 5 at the moment, from what I've seen on his right peg, basically. So, it's not good signs for Sancho, and it hurts me to say. It really does. It does hurt me a lot.
Yeah. Well, anyway, positivity right here, right at the end. Let's end with a bit of positivity. We are going into this game with a chance of obviously just securing that Champions League spot and then being able to secure better players for the off season as well. So that's something very, very important today. It's a massive kind of benchmark that Erik ten Hag needs to get to say that it's been a good season. Because if this doesn't get done, it's not a good season. And
no.
We need to actually be, we need to make it count. We've done well enough now. We've done the hard part. Let's win this game, win Fulham, and then end the season, and probably maybe even in third. We never know.
I was just about to say, no, if we win these 2 games, we do finish third, mate. We finish third if we win these 2 games because Newcastle drew, didn't they? Yeah, so if we win both, if we win both games, if we win both games, mate, we finish third. That's another thing to look into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so looking forward to it. Hopeful 8 o'clock kickoff. It is 8 o'clock kickoff, isn't it? So
8 o'clock kickoff. We'll see you guys at the end, innit? We'll see them 10:15. We'll get onto it and
10:15.
Give our review on a nice win, hopefully. So thanks a lot, Garf. Thanks a lot, everyone in the comments for joining us. And then we'll see you on the other side. Peace out.
Oh, you can't.